SI owners, this one's for you. So FL1 is to the side, Unity FE1, our SI is here. Now, if you have Goodyear Eagle Sport all-season tires on your car and you have no plans of changing them, but you want to do full bolt-on, big turbo, this and that, this video is not for you. Please skip. You'll never understand it. Okay? But if you know that the tires that came from Honda on this SI were completely crap, terrible, and not worth modifying the rest of the car unless you change out those tires, then yes, please watch this video. I absolutely hate the Goodyear Eagle Sport all seasons. They are the worst tire that I've ever driven on, and that's even comparing the Dunlop 16-inch all seasons that were on my wife's daily Corolla. But that's how bad they are. So without further ado, let's get into the rest of the thing. Now, Jay has put some Continental Extreme Contact Sport 02s on his summer setup, which is work ZR10s in a 18.5 plus 38 with a 255 35 18. One of the best summer tires that you can get, period. But it's winter, it's getting there slowly. We may get snow next month. So he has switched out to the Michelin X Ice Winters on his car that came from his FC3. Even these perform better than your Goodyear Eagle Sport all season. So I don't want to hear it that this car doesn't have grip. All right, Junaid, let's move right along. After my little rant is done about those Goodyears, let's show the good parts about this car, which everything is good on this car. So you notice a bit of front end lip, which carries over to the side skirts and the rear over here. Jay has done a mix and match of different brands and parts that he felt would look really good. Jay likes the visual stance of a car, making sure that everything is well presented. He likes power, he enjoys suspension, but also the visual needs to hit first before anything. And then the car is obviously lowered on Swift springs, which are one of the best choice of springs for this car. They're aggressive, but they're not that aggressive to the point where you're bouncing around as you're driving this car. So of course he doesn't, want to do that to his car. Now, moving along to the back of the car, as Junaid kind of pans across the whole thing. First thing you'll notice is the taillights. I'm not exactly sure which one of these are, but again, Jay loves the visual aspect of modifying the car, and that's perfectly fine. Sometimes you don't want to go all out on performance, you just want the visual hit. So he's done that, but also these cars need a little bit more sound. So NVIDIA Q300 is the current exhaust that he has on, and it's one of the most subdued exhausts that you can have. Oh, sorry, Junaid pointed out to me, N1, the Q300, he had, who had the Q300? The Civic had it. The Civic had it right before. We have that video on our YouTube already. This is the N1. This is the more kind of middle ground version of those two, and it comes with some silencers that you can attach to the muffler as well. But he's not done that because it was already quiet enough as is. So the styling is aggressive, but the sound and the driving experience is very mature in this car. Coming right along to the side of the car, Honda OEM the window visors to just aid a bit of the look. And then inside, our flat bottom steering wheel in all leather with the red stitch. The red stitch ties into a lot of red accents that Junaid has done on the car, from the gauge cluster to the dials, to the window switches, and so much more. A bit of white and red. Jay had a similar theme on his old FC3 SI Coupe, and he's kept that along. Dream seat covers for the FK8, which fit really well on the FE1 as well. So all that's really good. A QED short throw shifter with the ESCO knob in there as well. Let me pop the hood. All right. I did notice the Tux mats. Shout out Tux mats. They're local to us. So like I said, Jay hasn't focused too much on the performance side of things first, and that's also because we've been working on the FL1 first. You guys notice no hood rod, because we got the wide open throttle performance hood struts that work for the FL5. They also work on the FL1 DE5 as well. And then a couple of things to note over here. 271 cold air intake. Jay started off with the short ramp first and then added the conversion kit once it was available. It's also being further fed by the 271 snorkel behind the grille on this side. The plan is eventually to get this car to full bolt-on phase, meaning intercooler, inlet pipe, downpipe, front pipe as well. And then, depending on how long Jay keeps the car, he'll get a turbo. Right now, it's car stock clutch, stock headset. So definitely a slower progression, versus Junaid's car, but still really fun to drive because what did we take care of first? The tires, right? Don't forget the tires when you have an SI. Just like drives me up the wall every single time. And then Jay is also running the Wunderleden Racing oil catch can. So this is kind of like a very OEM plus build that we've done. Nothing too crazy yet because most of the time it's just a daily driver. Jay's not tracking the car. He just wants to get a little bit more feel and enjoyment on the street with this car. So I think he's done a great job at the visual enhancements on this car just to make it look different than any run-of-the-mill Civic or Civic Si. When people see him on the road, it's immediately recognizable. The plate also helps a lot. So we're really looking forward to getting you guys more content on this build, more likely next year, as we've now almost completed the FL1. Please ask us any questions in the comments because SI, as a past SI owner as well, one of the biggest things that I felt was missing from that community was the awareness that, hey, upgrade your tires before anything else. It's my third time driving down that point, so hopefully you understand how much the rest of the car comes together once that's sorted. And then we're more than happy to help you with the power, the braking, the suspension. I did touch on suspension, some Swift springs, but I did miss that it has a white line rear sleeve, our 22 mil, which is one of the most popular upgrades that we have at Unity Performance. Rear motor mount 271, and little tidbits like that. So you'll see a lot more from this build next year. We'll do a follow-up video, but for now this is a very OEM plus build, and you can do all of this for not a lot of money.